The sun is setting on the regular season, but it's shining brightly here in Los Angeles. We welcome you on this Wednesday evening to Easton Stadium. The Bruins have been brilliant here at home, 17-0. The Titans have rattled off 14 straight and are cooking with confidence. We're set for the 94th edition between number 7 UCLA and deuces a chop, ball to third, and Woolery unable to collect the out. An infield single for Romulo, and the leadoff hitter for the Titans is safely aboard. As we
to the other bases, but Titans like their speed against it.
swings through, runner's gonna go. The throw to second is a mile ahead of time, and they cut down Romulo. That's Maggie Daniel behind the and the judgment pitch works out in Cecil's favor, recording her first punch out. On the ground to short, and there's Bragg scooping it up, and a quick 3 up, 3 down inning. So the leadoff batter for the Titans to play for an even greater kind of teams. That is smacked right back up to Hurtado, actually hit her body in the glove and still made the play in time. So the shock factor was quickly extinguished. Contest like this for both teams. That's going to trickle fair in the glove of Casillas at third, and a nice stretch from Arce at first to hold on for out number 2. As we take a look at the defense for Cal State Fullerton.
Start for this Titans defense, especially Arce getting a few balls coming in hot. She had to hit the splits on that last play.
And that is going to be roped fair down the third base line. Casillas couldn't make the grab. And it extends this inning for UCLA. Woolery is safe. Tandem of Woolery and Grant. Understandably, Hurtado pitches outside of her, and it's a 5-pitch walk. Woolery moves on into scoring. More about maintaining their rhythm, especially heading into their final home series against Northwestern. That's on the ground to first. Scooped up by Arce. She'll step on the bag, and it's an unassisted out for many sacrifice bunts. 2-2, and that's poked into left. A leadoff knock for Arce. And for the second consecutive inning, the Titans have the leadoff player safely aboard against UC Riverside. Now the corners pinch in anticipation of the bunt. It's rolled to Cecil right up the middle. Had a look at second, instead went to first. So Arce is safe over at second, but Lopez is cut down on just named Big West Freshman Player of the Week. Fisted it. That's going to drop. Bragg can't scoop it up. And the Titans have runners at the corners here in the second.
Expect a bunt, and to the Titans' credit, they've been jumping on it and getting the pitch count up with that small ball.
Slimp quickly threw it into Daniel. Now a bobble. Woolery trying to cover the home plate bag, and she is safe. Arce comes home to score after a late tag from third, but the Titans strike first. Made a great catch in foul territory. In fact, so much so that it held up Arce at third, but on the one hop, it got away from Daniel. Woolery covered the bag, but Arce was able to slide the foot underneath. As that is a flare up the middle, and Bragg sliding over to make the catch. And Pola, though, a little bit injured as she collided with the second base bag, and let's hope that she is okay, trying to jog it off as the Titans are going to push the first run across, but some concern on the
position, and you know, you can see all different parts of this Bruins defense shifting around.
Chopper to second. Salazar on the outside of the infield is able to make the 4-3 putout. And again, just great to see her
pushing each other to get better.
On the ground, a short, late hop for Perez, who's unable to make a throw. And an infield single for Riley Slim. So picking up right where she left off. A one-out single for the freshman. She's been coming into her own really nicely this season. On the 1-2, a bouncer that's fair down the third base line, and what a grab. Arce able to contort her body to spin and tag out Daniel for the second out in game 1 against Ohio State. That is rocketed over into right. It bounces away from Arce. That will score. Slim from second. And an RBI single for Terry. Knocks this game up at 1.
The sound off the bat for Terry, you just knew the first baseman was not going to have enough to stop that one. Straight barrel. Terry with another day doing her best Ohtani impression, playing both ways today, doing it
So hard, to your point. Terry's going to take off second. Now, after a bobble by Verhoff in third, is able, or center part, is able to take third. So she's always an ambitious base runner, one of the fastest players on this team as it prompts the first visit into the circle. But now Caitlin Terry is 60 feet away from home plate.
Look at that transition from her slide into second, realizing the ball is past the defender, jumping right back up and rocketing towards.
On the 2-strike pitch, that is going to be wide. The foot is not kept down. Perez to Arce as it scores Terry from third. And the Bruins have their first lead of the night. So Perez had the power, but
after her first at-bat, Clements knew that she was going to have to hustle if she was going to beat this Titans defense. And on the jump right there from the first baseman, I think Clements beat that throw.
Strikeouts, wins a number of categories. She's highly touted as Polo lifts it into left. Romulo takes a couple steps back but settles underneath it. But the Bruins are able to capture the lead. Couple of RBIs from Caitlin Terry and Jessica Clements as they lead it heading into the third.
Years, well, the year that you're missing in '86, Fullerton won that one.
Leadoff walk for Kate Verhoff, who committed the error in the bottom of the second. West Conference outright. It's an automatic bid. That softly poked to Wooler at third. She's going to go to second and collect the out on the force out. So Verhoff is sat down, and Romulo reaches on the fielder's choice. As the only player to have been struck out in this game, Sarah Perez. Stepping back in, runner's gonna go. That pitch is high, and again, Daniel with an excellent throw right on the money to Pola. They cash in for out number 2.
From Perez.
Another payoff, and Cecil gets the call on the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Strikes out Perez for the second time, this time looking a backwards K for Cecil as she keeps UCLA those 4 letters. 0-2. That's lifted opposite into right, and it's caught by Lozano for out number 1.
Make or break time for Hurtado, which is rare for Woolery. Good start for Hurtado to this inning.
Megan Grant goes after the first pitch. It's a pop-up shallow left. Perez slides over, and quickly they're 2 away. Trying to keep herself nice and warm. So that she can perform as the 2-2 is laced into left, and a 2-out single for Kanaya Bragg here in the third. Got her to swing on the inside pitch. Hurtado, excellent command, leaves Bragg stranded at first and retires. So it's a wonderful program that he's been organizing as Cecil retires Lozano for her 3rd strikeout of the evening.
Cecil had that tag up from third. The throw was a bit off. She looked like she was going to go back and was able to get back home for the run.
Oh, what a snag over at first from Grant to keep it in play and to sit her down for the second. Odell Beckham-esque. As that is shot into left. Just found a soft spot in the hole. Bragg couldn't stay in front. And on the 8th pitch of the at-bats, Alexia Lopez extends the inning for Cal State Fullerton.
The next batter for the Titans, third baseman, number 12.
Another 1-2, perfectly parked in front of that one hopper. And guns are down on the 5-3 putout. So the Titans leave Lopez stranded at first, and the Bruins retain their lead. Bottom of the 4th. Up
Closer to the ladder is what Coach I and the common opinion would be, and Slim just showing she needs to be playing.
That's golfed into left, and it's going to drop fair. Just in front of the glove of Romulo. It gets away from her, heads up base running as Slimp is able to leg it out for a belly flop double to begin the 4th.
The last outing here at Easton Stadium.
Curl lays down the bunt. That's going to move Slimp to third, and so the sacrifice does result in her being retired, but she does what she was supposed to do.
We're locked in now.
Terry loops one into right, charging forwards Lozano, and what a throw to cut off Slimp at third. Looked to be in potential sac fly range. Lozano said not so fast.
Throw from the outfield to keep the runner at third.
Slimp on the chopper, that skips away from Perez. Slimp easily pushes a run across. And Clements with her second RBI of the contest. It's 3-1. 6th hit of the game for today, 2 for 3 on the evening.
Doing a great job of finding her spots, and when you hit the ball hard, good things happen. That's what Clements' motto has been today. Another hit and an RBI.
So it's the 3rd error of the contest for this Cal State Fullerton defense. It still produces a run for UCLA. A chance to atone for it a little bit, as that time Perez handles the ground ball, steps on the second base bag, and ends the inning. But the Bruins, as high velo, that's her bread and butter, but working on that verticality of some of those pitches as the 2-2 is just flexed into left over the head of Woolery. As another leadoff player aboard. That ball a little high for Daniel. Easy swipe on the wild pitch for Salazar. So again, there's a little bit to spread out the burden, as that is a comeback right off her glove. It caromed away. Pola on the second effort is unable to make the play, and Pavlovich beats out the throw. It advances Salazar to third, and the Titans have runners at the corners with nobody out to begin the 5th.
In case someone on the Titans' base path tried to steal.
Verhoff, and they will concede that base. Good strategy from the Titans to try and entice them to go to second, to buy Salazar time to run from third. This contact could be from Verhoff. She's got a chance to come home and tie the game with a base knock. 2-2, Terry says not so fast. Cuts down Verhoff. Her first punch out, first out of the inning for UCLA.
This game and look to get in the final 2 outs of this frame.
Turn to the drop ball there for out number 1. That's weakly hit to Bragg. The force out to home is going to collect the out on Salazar, as the carousel on a 9-game hit streak. Looking for a 10th, and Terry strikes her out. 2 in the inning for KT. Keeps the Titans stranded as they brought a little extra heat that time. It's shot right back up to her, but weakly hit, and she's easily able to retire Woolery for out number 1. The picture, she was like, okay, I think I can cook some people on the diamond as well. She pops up, though, to Casillas, who drifted over from third. Although she does Especially, we saw that against Oregon. On the 2-2, clipped into the glove of Lopez. She holds on, and McCluskey strikes her out. So she's doing her part as a pitcher as well. You kind of forget she was a nasty pitcher here in Westwood as Terry retires Natalie Lozano to begin the sixth. She does a little bit of everything in a star pitcher here in Westwood as well. That's muscled up, kind of slid away from Bragg. Is she able to get the sidearm in time? She cannot. And Ava Arcee's on with one out here in the sixth. Confidence, find her mojo in a meaningful opportunity. That is sharply hit to Pola at second, and she does make the flip to Bragg in time. A knockout Arcee. Lopez reaches on the fielder's choice. 2 outs in the sixth. Terry gets a fly out into right center, and it's shallowly hit. And it is going to be caught by Liesl Osteen. So she gets the job done. Ramirez rifles one into right, just past the glove of Salazar. Now she's going to leg out for 2. It's going to be close, and slides in comfortably for a leadoff double. Those are usually the hardest, as that is going to be ripped up the middle. Stevens is going to be waved home. The play will be close, and it is made. What a throw from the Golden Glove winner, Kate Verhoff. Put it on a line to Alexia Lopez for the out. Boy, and Stevens is fast. Well, look at the transfer. Threw that perfectly and gave Lopez a full second to make the play.
But that is a fantastic stab at the ball by Lopez, and right now you can see.
Continuing to look at this. And the call is upheld. On the 1-0, that is looped fair into third, and a late wave home, but Slim takes advantage and scores from second. And Maggie Daniel delivers an RBI single here in the sixth to tap it in for Maggie Daniel, the freshman this season.
Well, she saw the Fullerton catcher make a play last time up and decided to one-up her. Slimp does a great job scanning the outfield, and then gets the sign and trots home easily.
As Terry is struck out, held on to by Lopez for out number 2. Titans actually took that first game in the regionals in 2018. Bruin on the season as a pitcher. That's going to bounce to second. 1 out is not held on to. Perez kind of took her eye off at her part, and that's Pavlovich that shifted over defensively, and 0 for 3 though, did reach on a fielder's choice in the 4th. On the 0-2, chases the fastball that climbs the ladder out of the strike zone, and Trisha McCluskey gives her offense another chance, but the Bruins push. 1-2 from Salazar, a pop-up to Bragg at short. 1 away. Titans trying to channel their coach's mantra of beast mode. That's her slogan. Back to Coach Gina Oaks Garcia, has those kind of gut decisions. As Pavlovich rockets one into deep right center. That hits off the wall, and a 1-out double for Pavlovich. We were talking about her, and Coach had highlighted how, she's always looking at the quality of at-bat. Comebacker to Terry, a look off to Pavlovich. He does take third, but she flips to Grant at first, and they're 2-way.
Pitchers have been big.
Bakersfield to close out the regular season. Terry looking for her first save of the season. That flutters, it caroms off the glove. Bragg can't make the throw. It scores Pavlovich from third, and it's 4-2. pinch hitter KK Christie does get the job done. Delivers her 4th RBI of the season to extend this game for the Titans here in the 7th.
Great hustle from Pavlovich to just immediately book it home, even though it was looking like an out. And Christie does a great job after not getting great contact, just putting her head down and gunning it for all of a sudden. Terry had 70 pitches.
And misses below the zone. And the Titans have a go-ahead run coming up to the plate. So a clutch walk.
They've got Pola and Bragg a little bit wider than their usual positions. If it's coming up the middle, it may be on Terry to make a defensive play.
One-two, Terry gets her to swing, her first save in 2025. The Titans were threatening down the stretch. They had 2 players on, but Terry slams the door shut. The Bruins capture their 46th win of the season, their 5th in a row, and in their final non-conference midweek tilt of the year, they collect the W.
Fantastic stuff from Terry to stay locked in. She came into this game not starting like she's used to. Did a great job hanging tough in the 7th when the Titans started to get hot and look to push to 15 games in a row. They've been so hot, and a big sigh of relief for Terry and the Bruins. They get away with this one here.
They snap the Titans' 14-game win streak. They stay perfect at home, 18-0 in the